Well, we could talk about how the next G by Enya can help you be more creative at songwriting, and this is something that I'm going to do in another video, but let's talk song. I'm going to continue listening to Benson Boone's album American Heart today. I'm at track 9, the song is called Take Me Home. I really want to know how Benson Boone and his team write songs, so without further ado, let's get going. Step 1. Find key. I believe we are in the key of F major, and the chord progression is... a 1, 4, 2 minor 5. 1, F, B flat as a 4, G minor as a 2 minor, and C as a 5. Really conventional chord progression, and I think even something that we've heard in another Benson Boone song. I can't remember it right now.
Wait for me right down old Owen Road.
The chord progression is the same as in the intro, and we've got a very, very assertive beginning of the melody on the downbeat. The melody is...
wait for me right down old Owen Road.
wait for me all down old Owen Road. Okay, a melody that first goes down but then goes up, and that for now uses the pentatonic scale of F major as the, let's say, toolbox for melody writing.
It's been a while, these streets are overgrown.
Bum-ba-da-dum. Okay, we are still in the F pentatonic realm, and we have established 2 A lines in terms of rhyming pattern. Wait for me right down old Owen Road. It's been a while, these streets are overgrown. Especially adding tiny words like this old in line number 1 is very important to keep the melodic rhythm kind of in balance with stressed and unstressed syllables. Wait for me right down old Owen Road. The old is certainly an important syllable because otherwise the melody doesn't work.
I'm glad to see your eyes and change it all.
Same idea from the beginning, even keeping kind of the same A rhyming pattern. Road and all still quite similar.
They always looked a little green in the fall.
And we finish this A rhyming pattern in the verse. What's next?
Kiss me slowly.
It sounds like a pre-chorus because it changes the melody. What stays the same is the chord progression. At least I've heard the 1 to 4 thing. And what also stays the same is melody beginning on the downbeat. Melody development itself is different, but he certainly keeps this assertive mood by starting on the downbeat and saying, kiss me. Interesting thing here where he does a 6th leap down.
Kiss me slowly.
What's the matter right now? So we have got and then we've got I see, okay. I understand now, of course. He wants to use a chord note melody tone there, which is why he cannot use the C, because the C is not part of the B flat chord, and instead he does this thing and shortens the interval from a 6th to a 5th. Kiss me slowly.
Like you did when we were young.
Beautifully unresolved, which is something that a pre-chorus is supposed to be. If you will, we've got 2 short lines and a long line, and this long line doesn't go anywhere just yet. Kiss me slowly, like you did when we were young. Unresolved, and we want to listen to what's next.
Like you know me, like the old days, walk me home.
Landing on that dominant chord and even including like a little rest there on an extra bar raises the expectations to the chorus. So we've got a 6-line pre-chorus, if you will. And because it's 2 groups of 3 lines, kiss me slowly like you did when we were young, and hold me like you know me, like the old days, walk me home, we have this feeling of wanting to go somewhere else, especially when the last line, the last lyric line says, walk me home. Now we want to know what home is because the dominant chord certainly isn't.
Let's go on a walk, how have you been?
Oh! We go to verse number 2, okay? Remember that verse number 1 was this here?
Wait for me right down old Owen Road.
We keep the structure, we go to verse 1 after the pre-chorus instead of the chorus where we build toward.
Did that fancy college art school let you in?
Benson Boone and his team, I should say. Let me check out the songwriters right away. Benson Boone, Evan, Blair, and Jack Lafrantz. They are brilliant at combining 70s and 80s harmonics and melodies with relatively modern lyric writing. The line, did that fancy college art school let you in, is something that you wouldn't sing in the 70s or 80s, but the chords and the melodies are certainly something that sound familiar.
Well, damn it, they'd be crazy if they never saw you.
Oh, interesting that they changed the melody development a little bit. Remember that also in the second half of the first verse we have this here.
I'm glad to see your eyes and change it all.
A very similar repetition of that first idea. Now this here they change and they turn it into a mini booster line.
Well, damn it, they'd be crazy if they never saw you.
Okay, certainly different in the ending. Okay, even introducing this major 7 melody note as the first off pentatonic passing note.
I failed to see at 17, I must have missed it too. Oh,
Okay, and again we've got this building to the next section.
and I must have missed it too.
Okay, the 2, especially with that chord, is certainly unresolved. So the 2 in the melody, the 5 in the chord, creating very, very strong dominant function to that here that I hope is not the chorus just yet, because then I would actually miss a highlight.
Kiss me slowly.
I mean, it's a cool hook, but I want to have that explosion in the chorus. Okay, new section certainly, bridge, which would kind of be an argument for that thing being the actual chorus. Okay, picking up that pentatonic feel, and the bass does this here. Right? Okay, I wonder where this is going, but they introduce a new cool secondary hook, a pentatonic secondary hook. I think that somebody is going to sing that eventually. Chord change, because we go from the 1 to the 5, but we keep this. And now Benson starts singing this Take Me Home as an answer to that pentatonic thing. Take me home. Okay, as a contrasting counterpoint melody, the secondary hook going up, and he does Take me home going down. Boom, ba, ba, da, dum. This is like the resolution, right? Develop this now, please. Certainly building. Okay, Take Me Home, I've Been Lost, but it's the same melody all the way through. Yes! They listen to the secondary hook now beautifully integrating into what we now know is the chorus. Benson now sings this "Kiss Me" with a totally different attitude, and at the same time the background hook is on this. Beautiful sing-along part for live, I imagine, where the crowd sings this "Whoa," and Benson does the Benson. Really cool harmonic resolution where he has got. Okay, so going down the scale, at least that's what the bass does. Boom, right? With the chords being probably something like. Right, very traditional, very gospel-y, right? Very cool. And this is now the crowd thing, right?
Take me home, take me home.
Ba-da-da. Right? Ba-da-da. Really interesting swimmily-dimmily there. And no real resolution at the end, because the imperative, the "take me home," is still there. And we haven't reached home just yet, because there is one song missing, which is Young American Heart, and I'm going to analyze in the next video. For now, this was Benson Boone's Take Me Home, and I'm sure we can take away valuable songwriting learnings. Songwriting learning number 1 is about establishing something in the verse that you then follow through with, changing the lyrics but keeping everything else. The melody phrase, the melody line is this here.
Wait for me right down old Owen Road.
Okay? And this doesn't change. It becomes "I'm glad to see your eyes ain't changed at all."
I'm glad to see your eyes ain't changed at all.
And then later it becomes
Let's go on a walk, how have you been?
very, very true to the structure, changing the lyrics, keeping everything else, is very, very professional songwriting. Songwriting learning number 2, let's talk song classic, is the booster line in the second verse. Something that you add in verse number 2 to make your line shine even more, especially if you are very, very diligent at keeping the structure the same, then you can really make the booster lines shine, and he chose this here as the booster lines.
What I failed to see at 17, I must have missed it too.
Okay, so this is certainly also the most nostalgic line, because what I failed to see at 17, I must have missed it too, not coming back that chance. So both in terms of melody and in terms of lyrics, he chose a booster line in verse number 2 to kind of keep the momentum going. Something that you should also consider when writing your own songs. And songwriting learning number 3 is about establishing a secondary hook in the primary bridge that you later take as an additional feature for your last chorus. In that case, it was that pentatonic movement up that was beautifully contrasting that "Take Me Home" that Benson sang, and then they took it and also integrated it into that last chorus where it is right, where you have this gigantic final moment of the song, something that is, let's say, worthy of a decent song ending, something that you can include into your own songs as well. And this was my on-the-fly analysis of Benson Boone's Take Me Home. If you liked the video, please make sure to actually press the thumbs up button and to also subscribe to the Let's Talk Song channel. Even consider becoming a premium member to get early access and exclusive content. Please also take a look at the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting available at spectreacademy.net if you want to take your songwriting to the next level. I guess we've talked song. You can talk about the Enya Next G now that I really like playing. Bye bye!